Welcome to Leadership and Risk Management, Crisis Management during Regulatory Delays. Regulatory delays are an inherent challenge in the pharmaceutical industry, and managing crises effectively during these periods is a critical discipline for international pharmacovigilance. Such delays can occur due to data discrepancies, incomplete submissions, legal or policy updates, or resource constraints within regulatory authorities. During these times, crisis management becomes indispensable for mitigating potential risks to public health, maintaining the credibility of the pharmaceutical organization, and ensuring the uninterrupted supply of safe and effective medicines. Risk assessment during delays. Crisis management begins with a thorough risk assessment to understand the potential consequences of regulatory delays. Delays can impact the detection and mitigation of safety signals, raising risks to patient health and regulatory compliance. Risk management sequence during regulatory delays, identifying the regulatory delay, assessing its impact on safety signals, example of vaccine approval delay, prioritizing transparency, managing expectations, performing continuous monitoring, and developing backup plans. Example, if a final approval decision for a vaccine is delayed due to incomplete data, the lack of market availability may contribute to preventable outbreaks. Risk assessment in this scenario involves prioritizing transparency and managing public and regulatory expectations. Critical actions, performing continuous monitoring using real-world evidence, developing backup plans to addressing disruptions in risk management processes. Communication strategies. Transparent and timely communication is essential during a regulatory delay to prevent misunderstandings and maintaining trust. This requires an internal and external communication plan tailored to all stakeholders, including regulators, healthcare professionals, and the media. Some key practices. Informing regulators about the reasons for delay and proposed next steps. Developing FAQ documents or public statements to inform patients and healthcare providers about interim safety updates. Case study. During a delay in approving a biologic treatment for chronic disease, the pharmaceutical company proactively issued a press release explaining ongoing evaluations and committed to providing support for patients awaiting the treatment. Engagement with stakeholders. Engaging stakeholders ensures transparent and collaborative efforts to address crises arising from delays. This is particularly important for building alignment and enabling consensus on interim measures. Essential strategies. Conducting regular meetings with regulatory bodies to discuss progress. Engaging expert advisory committees to independently validate safety and efficacy data. Example, with the launch of a pediatric drug was delayed due to additional clinical trials, the marketing authorization holder collaborated with pediatric associations and parents groups to disseminate clear timelines and alternative care recommendations. Legal and regulatory compliance. Compliance during delays require vigilance to ensure adherence to regulatory requirements, even when there is uncertainty or extended timelines. Some best practices would include monitoring changes in regulatory policies during delays, preparing and submitting interim reports to demonstrate ongoing pharmacovigilance activities. Example, a delay in receiving FDA approval for a dermatological drug necessitated updated risk management plans to address newly identified interactions. The company submitted addenda to regulators proactively, mitigating concerns. Crisis mitigation measures. Companies should adopt predefined mitigation measures to handle crisis effectively. This involves creating protocols for delay scenarios such as the preparation of interim plans or allocating additional resources for compliance tasks. Key actions. Allocating emergency budgets for extended post-marketing surveillance, establishing contingency plans for ongoing clinical trials that may be impacted by delays. Practical tips. Deploying digital monitoring platforms to maintaining oversight of adverse events and safety signals during delay periods. Global coordination. International pharmacovigilance involves navigating multiple regulatory environments and delays in one region and can have cascading effects globally. Coordinated strategies are critical for alignment across market regulators. Challenges. Diverging regulatory timelines are differing requirements. Managing supply chain disruptions in markets awaiting approvals, solutions, simplifying global submissions through harmonized templates aligning with ICH standards, communicating directly with regional offices to align expectations.